Hey, what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's D. Boss reacts to this vid by Playback. I really enjoyed their last video about the black chick who was mad at white men for dating white women. That was so ridiculous. But yeah, we're gonna see what they have to say about this topic. It's called The Little Mermaid is Black and people are triggered. I have been seeing things on my timeline on like Instagram and whatnot over the past few days about this. It's so fucking sad. The world is just racist. It's just so racist. You just gotta take it for what it is and keep it pushing, because that shit gets so draining, just talking about race all the time and defending your own race because you're getting attacked at every angle. I see so many like Little Mermaid memes that were so fucking racist. It's so sad. I was like, wow. Like coloring the Little Mermaid in super black, like jet black, and like putting chicken and beer and watermelon in her hand. Just like real trifling racist shit. So it's just unfortunate that we've gotten so far in society, but we're still not making that much progress when it comes to race. So it's just tiring. But anyway, let's see what they have to say. Let's watch.
Yo, so what people are upset, man?
Wow, really?
You know why?
Why?
Because they made Ariel black.
Who?
Ariel, Little Mermaid.
Oh.
They made her black, man.
No way, dude.
Yes, they
That's
did.
blasphemous.
Yeah, man, so...
They just dropped the first trailer for the woke Little Mermaid film, the film that has already received a massive amount of backlash online, particularly because of the red flags that we have seen with them choosing to go woke over telling a good story. This is a problem that Disney has really suffered from a lot over the past few years.
I can't take you serious because he's grown.
I cannot take you niggas serious who complain about this, bro. It's a mermaid, dog.
Fucking mermaid.
It's not real. It's a fictional character, bro. It's not real.
Sorry, on construction over here. I'm ready to go.
Any race she wants. She could have been purple, nigga. It's not real.
Now I say this though, if I didn't really grow up too attached to any superhero, but if I did, let's say I was a huge fan of like
Spider-Man.
No, she's Luke Cage, and they made Luke Cage white in the Netflix original. I'd be like, why? Because it's like take your glasses off. Like you don't look like yourself anymore.
That's a bad.
You look entirely different. And it's like, I have to get used to you without your glasses off, and I don't want to.
I think that's a little different though, because people were saying this as well. The other example they used is Mulan. Okay. What if they changed Mulan, who's an Asian woman, into a white woman? Mm-hmm. The reason why I say it's different is because her race is ingrained into not only the character, but also the story that's being told. Same thing with Luke Cage. Like he grew up, if I'm not mistaken, in a certain part
in Harlem. But I think it's Harlem. But you could be white in Harlem.
No, but it's not only where he grew up at, but also the struggles of him being a black. Like the whole premise of Luke Cage is also kind of gauged around his identity being black. But I see what you're saying though. I see what you're saying.
We continue to see remake after remake, movie after movie that Disney puts out get completely ratioed on YouTube. So as you can see, that is exactly what is happening.
They're always whitewashing characters though. Shut your ass up.
It sits at 36,000 downvotes compared to 25,000 upvotes. This trailer honestly could have had having a worse ratio than the Pinocchio film, the woke Pinocchio film that they just put out on Disney Plus a little bit ago. And it's not going to get as bad as Rings of Power, but this is just yet another sign that people are sick and tired of the just slew of garbage that companies like Disney and Amazon continue to give us, because it's very evident, it's very clear that they have no intention of honoring the source material or telling a good story. The thing that they're most focused on are their political agendas, their political ideologies, and the woke messaging.
Further, you're a fucking mad board. Second of all, you don't know this is gonna be a bad story or not based on a fucking trailer, nigga. It's a trailer. And on top of that, the story already exists. So they're just gonna tell the exact same story. When I saw Aladdin like a couple of years ago with Will Smith, it was the exact same story as the original Aladdin. Nothing changed about it. It's Aladdin. The story has already been written. But also, bro, y'all kill me with the whole argument. I'm trying not to say this serious, but the whole argument of the source material, nigga, Spider-Man in the first first movie was shooting webs out of his wrist. That is not pertaining to the source material at all. And guess what? It was still highly successful. Nobody didn't care. Secondly, The Little Mermaid is also not connected to the source material at all either. The source material is like a myth based off of mythical creatures that, again, do not exist, and based off the idea that this mermaid at 15 gets to go up to the fucking sea level, falls in love with a man, and then comes back down, trades her voice with the opportunity to go walk on land, and if she doesn't fall in love, the guy doesn't fall in love with her within a certain amount of time, she dies. That's the actual story, right?
I reacted to this trailer.
No. This is not The Little Mermaid. That's not the Little Mermaid story. That's the original story that they're basing this off of.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in this story, they just so happen to fall in love with one another, so she doesn't get to die. So it's a bunch of things. Also, in the original story, the mermaid's name, I don't think the mermaid has a name, but it's not Ariel. Ariel is a fucking it's a Hebrew name. It's not even like it's a Hebrew male name.
Fuck, do you know these things?
Research it. And Ariel is not even a Dutch name. It's a Hebrew man's name. Also, in the fucking Little Mermaid, her father is Triton, based off of Poseidon, which is off of Greek mythology, not Dutch. Like, there's several things that are not real about it, nor there's several things that actually go to the source material. So y'all talking about source material, nigga, the original Little Mermaid is not based off of the original source material. So what the fuck?
I'm gonna use that argument because it's
Great point.
Great point, man.
A round of applause to you, man.
And they just don't want to rebut. They want to think of every other excuse to be like, well, we don't want her black instead of just saying we racist and we don't like niggas.
Lots of water.
Just say what it is. You're not sticking to the source material. It's different. Just say you don't like black people and go. Meth nigga.
Cool. So so that's. I guess we're just gonna see a lot of ocean and water and everything else.
Hey, yo, nigga, you're on dick, dog. It's a trailer, dog. It's an opening part to a trailer. Yeah, nigga, you're on dick, dog. You are on dick.
She's a mermaid.
And what? What do you want? You want a New York City vibe?
Alright, so do we actually get to see her in the trailer at all?
1 minute. There's no argument.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is the reason why a lot of black people are like, nigga, y'all not even giving it a chance. Y'all just upset. You don't know nothing about the source material. You don't know nothing about what's actually happening. Y'all are just upset that a white person, a white cartoon, turned into a black person. That's all y'all upset about. Nigga, you not even in the thing, bro. It's a minute-long trailer. Nigga, just sit and watch it.
I think it's a little bit of ocean. It was like, fuck, let me just see her already.
Let me get a black woman on screen. Jesus.
Okay, there she is.
Wish I could
I'm only looking at him.
Now, I'm just gonna say this right here, okay?
I already explained.
You couldn't make it through a trailer. It's crazy.
This is sad.
Nigga, y'all be wondering why black people be upset at y'all. This is it right here, bro.
Because they tired. This is super shit.
So, when it comes to things like this, okay? Do I have a problem with black mermaids? No. Do I have a problem with black elves? Talking about Rings of Power? No. My problem is that you still have to honor the context of what these stories are taking place in. If you want to make an original film about a black mermaid, I don't care. Go for it. I'm not the only one that feels this way. As you can see, go back to like one of the first live action remakes that Disney put out, which was Cinderella, which came out, what was that, like 6 years ago or something? Actually, almost 8 years ago. Wow, that's insane. But as you can see, the reception for this was completely different. 176,000 upvotes compared to almost 10,000 downvotes. That is a massive, massive difference than getting completely ratioed. And that's because Disney's Cinderella actually was a story that tried to tell a good story in its remake. That's not what Disney is focused on anymore. All that Disney is obsessed about is their agenda.
How would you know that based off of the trailer? It's not, you sitting here saying that Disney's willing to try to make a good story. The story already exists. Cinderella already exists. They don't have to focus on anything. They're just trying to focus on the aesthetics of what it looks like because the story is already there. The same thing I'm pretty sure with Mermaid, but we don't know. But the same thing probably gonna happen with Little Mermaid. The story already exists. They're just making a live adaptation
the person's
of
black
real
too.
people.
And
That's
Maybe
it.
Maybe one thing if we went
that.
from book to movie, like that's to pull it off. Don't fuck up a good book, make a bad movie.
Yeah.
That's happened before.
Yeah.
Even from video game to movie, but
Yes.
it's already been a movie. It was just animated, so like it's kind of 1-to-1. There's not that many differences here. You pretty much know the fucking story, buddy.
Yeah, and not only that, bro, we saw it already with Aladdin. Like, we saw what they did with Aladdin. It was the
Will
same
Smith
story.
bodied
And
that.
Will Smith did a great job with it. So again, it was the same story. It was the same, nothing changed. It was the same story. So you sitting here harping on the story, you don't even know if they made any changes off of a trailer. Matter of fact, you couldn't even tell anyway, because you didn't even watch the full trailer. Nigga, it's only a minute long. Y'all are judging something, literally,
Share with the class.
without even knowing what's in the book. What's even crazy is we know what's in the book. So you're literally just judging it based off the fact that there's a black woman playing the character.
Yo, did you even think about the fact that Will Smith might not be good at his job no more? Because he might be in his head about that slap?
What's your problem?
Nigga! Disney could not give two fucks
I'm about to
about
say,
politics,
yeah.
but they
Now
they'll
let's-
do whatever makes them money.
Let's go to the other side of the thing. Hey, yeah, you're right. Disney doesn't care about politics. They're just doing things that make them seem to make as much money as possible. Which then I go to the black side of the thing. There's a bunch of black people saying, we gotta support this now. We gotta support it. We gotta go out in droves. The same way they kind of did with Wakanda Forever. Whatever, what was the thing called?
Black Panther?
Black Panther. Yeah.
That was actually just a good movie.
I know, but remember when it came out? I don't know if you were in the States when it came out.
I was.
You were in the
Yes,
States
you was.
when it came out. Remember they were sitting there saying, "Black people, we gotta go. We gotta support. We gotta support it." Remember that? They did.
Wasn't in those combos.
Oh, he might have, but they were having that conversation. So that's the same thing they're saying right now for Little Mermaid. Now, on one hand, I understand why people are saying that because they feel as if like the only way that black people are going to continue to get these offers or these opportunities is if the numbers back the fact that they're going to be highly supportive of that. So that's the reason why people are saying we got to support it so they can actually see the irrefutable facts and the numbers that us as black people can be starring in a Disney film or whatever, right? So that's point A. But I think the other side of it is, please, black people, do not believe that Disney cares about you. Just don't. They don't really care about you. They're just doing this because, like we saying, it's going to make them as much money as possible. So they believe if they pander to black people, that it's going to make them as much money as possible.
Yo, in the beginning of the video, Agent brought up this idea that if the roles were reversed, people wouldn't be okay with it. And in some capacity, does someone understand what he's saying? But as I did more researching into this, no, it's not the same, especially when it comes to a lot of Disney characters. And I've seen this argument all throughout the internet. Like, what if they made Mulan or Pocahontas white? The reason why it's not the same is because characters like Mulan, Pocahontas, Prince of the Frog, Brave, bro, the race, ethnicity, their background is all a part of the story. We know this because in Mulan, it's very clearly that they're in an Asian country, not only because of the imagery, the cultural references, the name of the characters, but literally in the beginning of the movie, you can see the Great Wall of China. And
All right, I'm gonna stop right there because I got a lot of videos to get through, and then I gotta get on the plane in the morning. So there's that. We're gonna stop there. We got the gist of the conversation. But also, there's a huge difference because characters in entertainment are already whitewashed as fuck. There are so many white Disney characters. They make up about 99.9% of the fucking characters. So no, it wouldn't make sense for you to take an already black character but let's make this a white too. Like, no, it's just like it's already whitewashed as fuck. Let's add some more variety into the mix. That only makes sense. The world has all type of different races and ethnicities. Doesn't make sense to make every fucking thing white. That is another huge reason why that wouldn't make sense to whitewash already black or Asian characters. It's like, what is the point of this? So aside from what he's saying about their race being, part of the story, it's just like, goddamn, everything is white. And a lot of these characters were made during a time where racism was way worse than it is now. So they did not want to put anybody else of color on the screen. It was like, no, we're going to focus on putting as many white people out there as possible because our race is a superior race. Fuck all y'all. That was the narrative. So it's nothing wrong with changing that narrative as time goes on and introducing other colors and other races into these these original characters who were white. I don't understand. People are just racist. Just say you're racist and keep it pushing. Fuck all the, oh no, the storyline is different. Everything's different now. We're just upset because you're changing things that we liked. No, you're upset because you are a fucking racist. Just like they did with, what's that, Hunger Games? People was mad when they found out that Rue was black. And the book never explicitly stated what race nobody was. So they couldn't have blamed that and been like, oh, this is different now. The book never said that the little girl was white. They never said that. So when they came out and had the little girl black, and people was like, oh, the fact that she died, I don't even care no more. I thought Rue was white. Why is she black? She could die now. Like, niggas is just racist. Just say that. Just say you're racist and keep it pushing so we can identify you as such, as the trash you are, and keep it pushing. Stop with the excuses of why the character should be white. Like, you just racist, okay? That's just that. But yeah, I agree with a lot of what they said. I'm gonna go support the Little Mermaid for show. For sure. Yes, because she's black. But also because I love Holly. She's so cute, and I think she's gonna do a really good job. Her voice sounds really good. I'm pretty sure that is her actually singing, of course. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. And y'all niggas who racist, you could just stay mad. Just stay mad. What you gonna do? Nothing. The shit's already made. The movie's coming out. You ain't doing shit. Fuck out of here. Y'all let me know what y'all thought though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.